Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super grateful to have you. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. Today, my friends, we're going to be jumping into a deck review for another tarot deck that I found on TikTok. If you guys remember, my very first TikTok tarot deck review was on the Tarotorial deck. If you have not seen that, what are you doing? But let's get into the second one today, which is going to be the Tarot of Hidden Knowledge by Emmian. So if you guys have not seen me teasing this all over the place on TikTok and whatnot, also go follow me on TikTok. What are you doing? But for those of you guys who are up to speed, you know what we're doing. I'm gonna chip away at some deck reviews today because I've got quite a few piling up. So you're gonna see me looking the same in quite a few videos. That's fine. I haven't done this in quite a while where I finally had the time to actually just plow through some videos. So we're using natural light today. I hope that the reflection of my glasses don't bug too many people. First, let's go ahead and get a drink, my friends. So whatever you're drinking, get your coffee, get your tea, get your water, take a drink with me, friends. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can track down some TikToks that Emmian posted. I did have a couple saved from the inception of this deck. So for those of you guys who are like completely lost, you're like, Star, what the hell are you talking about? I'm sorry, I know not everybody's on TikTok. So this deck was created by an indie artist. So the way that I found this artist, their name is Emmian. I found them off of TikTok because I follow Abella the Minimalist Witch on TikTok, and she started doing a series called what was it? Coffee with Demons, Lunchtime with Demons, something like that. And Emmian was animating the series. So Emmian was a fantastic, amazing artist. Didn't really have too many followers. I was really surprised. So I was definitely like, I need to get on whatever Emmian's doing. I really love their work so much. So in following Emmian, I stumbled across a tarot deck that they were making because Emmian was at the time doing portraits of demons. So Emmian does work with demons, with the Infernal Divine, and I guess they had created so many pictures of demons, like so many portraits, that eventually they were like, hey, why not put this into a tarot deck? So you guys know me, I love, love, love finding new tarot deck projects. Like anything that I find from the very beginning when the person is talking about making it, that is like my bread and butter. I love that because I want to follow the tarot journey, as far as I can. So I was very excited to find this one because Emmian was just talking about it, just first started talking about putting it together, just kind of teasing the pictures, the graphics that were going to be going into this deck. And I followed, the whole thing. And when Emmian finished the deck, they put it up for pre-orders and I jumped on that pre-order. Mind you, this was back in like November, I think, October, November, something like that. They opened for pre-orders. So I pre-ordered it, forgot all about the damn deck, to be quite honest, because it took so long to get here. And one day I just had a present in my mailbox and I was like, what is this? Oh, holy guacamole, it's from Emmian. My deck's here. So I was very excited about that. I will put in a TikTok here if I can, which is going to be showing you guys the opening of this deck.
Boy, do I have something to show you. But first of all, I want to preface this. I know I'm in my mommy robe. I got a little touch of sickness. I got some sniffles. We're going to deal with it. It's fine because you need to see this, okay? So I found this creator on TikTok whose name is Emmian. I hope I'm saying that right. I will tag them below because they are the creator of this deck. And Emmian is a beautiful, amazing artist who creates pieces of demons. And this is someone who worked with the Infernals, so they have created a tarot deck based on, their time spent with the Infernals. And the way that I found this creator was through Abella. I think her tag is the Minimalist Witch. She was working with Emmian on like a visual series, and I loved it so much. So I've seen Emmian work in super hard on this deck, creating this deck. You guys know me. I got to get my hands in everything tarot. So I said, when you release this deck, let me know. I jumped on that pre-order so fast it wasn't even funny. This was months ago, okay? I completely forgot about this thing entirely. I was like, when it shows up, right? Finally, I got it in the mail last night. Again, I'm sicky, so I wasn't feeling too good to be getting on here and showing you guys, but I got to show you. Here we go, all the way from Sweden. You can see the sticker right here, Emmian.net, and this is exactly how it came. I haven't moved anything just so that you guys can see it. So there's this beautiful card, this amazing print. Look at that. Thank you for your support. I love that. And when you get in here, we got some goodies, some little incense cones. It's a little bag of stickers. There's a little triple moon bracelet in there. And I love that there's a piece of Unakite and a rune that happens to be Kanaz, not me being a fucking low-key and right. I was so geeked about seeing that. But here is the reason we're all here. So here you can see it's in a bag, right? I'm going to try to go fast. Tarot of Hidden Knowledge. You guys, I have been waiting for this, waiting to have this in my hands. It does still have the plastic on it. But here's a little book. Actually, they made their own book. Like, this is incredible. It talks about each of the demons in there, meaning of the card and all of that. Hold on one second. You guys, linen cardstock, come on. These are absolutely incredible. So, of course, I'm going to do a review on these. I just can't wait to get into it. So definitely go check out the creator. I don't know if any of these decks are still up for grabs. This was a pre-order, but I'm super stoked.
So as you can see, there's tons of little things that came in this deck, much like any other small shop order. So I did really appreciate that a whole lot. Emmian didn't quite get a big head about sending a tarot deck out, and they still took the time to include little freebies. These are all original art stickers by Emmian, their card, info card, all of these fun things. There was also a little bracelet in there, there was a rune and a little extra stone, a little Unakite, super cute, right? Oh my gosh, we love that for small businesses. So for Emmian to do that, even with a tarot deck, made me so happy, made my little heart so happy. So here we have it. It's just in a little black bag. I actually really genuinely appreciate this so much more than a box, to be honest, because as much as I love boxes, they go on the shelf, right? You guys know I have a shelf. They go on the shelf. That's all they do. But this is useful because you guys know I have to make tarot bags. I have completely exhausted all of my Amazon resources, and I have to make my own tarot bags because of the multitude of tarot decks that I have. So I really appreciate that this came in a bag. It's a little black velvet bag, nothing, too crazy, which is cost effective for the fact that this is an indie deck, right? It had a tag on it that said Emmian. It was Emmian's little tag, this one. So the Hidden Knowledge by Emmian with their little logo. And then here was their card, Emmian.net, Tarot of Hidden Knowledge. So what I want to talk about first is the book before we get into the cards. If you guys are new here, this is what we do in tarot reviews. So sorry if you're antsy, but this is what we do. We're going to dissect the whole thing, okay? So here's the book. It says Hidden Knowledge. And then on the back, it's a quick little description. It says, this deck is created by a demonologer inspired by the messages from the infernal divine, European folklore, magic myths, and occult legends. So at first, oh my gosh, beautiful, stunning artwork. All of this was made by Emmian, top to bottom, inside and out, and I love it. I'm so, oh my gosh, this inspires the hell out of me because it makes me want to do this because I see it can be done, right? You don't have to go through a publisher to do things like this. It can be done. Of course, it requires startup money. It requires knowing where to go for these things, but it lets me know it can be done. It inspires me greatly. So when I first took a look at this deck, I did my little walkthrough. So if you guys want to go check out the deck, you're tired of me talking, go check out the walkthrough. I did do a full walkthrough so that you guys can see all the cards and everything. And okay, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read the book when I first got it because I never do. I just do a little flip through for the review, right? Because in all actuality, no one really reads the book unless they're like brand new beginners. They really need the book, right? But I ended up needing the book because when I was going through these cards, I realized they're let's just show you so that you can understand why I needed the book. So first of all, beautiful linen cardstock. First thing off the bat, very exciting for an indie deck to have linen cardstock. That means it's going to last a lot longer on you. Yes, of course, your edges are going to fray because this is still just like a paper cardstock, but at the same time, it's going to last a lot better for you. So even if you do fray around your edges, you've still got time before it really starts to eat into the border of the graphic, right? Your linen cardstock makes it easier to handle, to shuffle. I love linen cardstock. I'm always going to be a huge fan of it on tarot decks. But as you can see from the graphics, like first of all, stunning, right? Stunning, beautiful artwork. But the thing is, some of these cards have images of demons and some of them do not. So the first couple cards I got were like this, where they did not have a demon on them, a demon face, a character, so to speak, right? Some of them have characters, some of them just have little graphic images like this. So the ones that I kept getting were the little graphic images like this, and at first I was a little like frustrated because I was very excited to get this deck. I thought it was going to be head to toe 78 demon images, and it was not, which is fine. But the little like graphic images kind of threw me for a loop because some of them don't really speak to the card itself, right? Because here I am 60 something decks deep, and I'm used to decks following a specific template, right? They follow the Rider-Waite-Smith, or they follow the Toth, or they follow the Marcy. They all have some kind of template that they follow, and this one does not. So this one, to me, at first was reminiscent of the Goetia Tarot, which is another demon deck, which again is the 78 card tarot situation. However, it does not follow image-wise any type of template because it's specifically supposed to be like a demon deck. So I figured that's what this was going to be, and then I was a little thrown off by like the random graphic images, right? And every time I asked a question and I start shuffling, that's what I got, was a random little graphic image. I wasn't getting any characters. So I was a little bit frustrated, and I just kept putting it down. I was like, maybe I'm not bonded enough with it yet. So of course I was shuffling through it. I was trying to do what I could to bond with it. Again, I kept asking it questions. I kept getting these graphic images. So finally I gave up. I was like, there's a reason I'm getting these images, because literally it was like the same 3 cards over and over. Every time I shuffled through it, no matter how many which ways I shuffled through it, I kept getting the same images. So I was like, there's got to be a message I'm missing here, right? So I went into the little book. And when you start reading through the book, you realize some of these cards skip around in the meanings, right? 7 of Wands to Page of Wands. And it's like, where the hell did all the rest of the wands go? Queen of Wands straight to Ace of Cups. Like, this book makes no sense. So at first I was super, first of all, confused. I was like, oh no, poor Emmian. I really hope they didn't like mess up their book when they were putting it together, things like that, right? And then I slowed down, because I just get in my little reviewer mentality and I go through the motions, right? I had to slow down and actually look at it, actually read it. And I realized Emmian has this deck split into a couple different types of like categories. So of course, you know, this deck has all the normal table of contents, introduction, a spread, you know, card meanings, whatever. But Emmian does explain in here that this is a tarot deck, which is meant to be read like an oracle deck. So that's what I was missing here. The reason that these cards skip around the way that they do is because they're separated. So you have like your character images, right? They have the names up here of the characters that are on those cards, and then you have the additional card meanings, which is going to be all of those random little graphic images. So if you guys are not patient enough to work with this deck, I would suggest probably steer clear of it. But if you genuinely like this idea, you like the imagery, you like the deck, you like the artist, whatever, you want to learn to work with it, slow down, okay? Because you're going to need to actually genuinely work with this book to be able to work with this deck. Now, it's not as big of a deal as some people make it. Mind you, this is a tiny little book, okay? So carrying this around, I just keep it with the deck. Carrying this around with the deck is not going to hurt you too much, and every time you get a card, just look it up. Now you need to slow down, you need to go back to basics and pretend you're a damn beginner and do this for every single card that you draw. Because mind you, this is your first time working with this deck, right? So it has nothing to do with your level of reading tarot or your level of intuition, right? A lot of people kind of get a big head about their intuition and they'll be like, I don't need to look at the book, I just intuitively read my cards. But the fact is, these cards were set up with specific meanings to be read like an oracle deck, and you do need the book, and you do need to actually utilize it, and you do need to learn this deck inside and out to be able to use it. I would not suggest going into this blind and trying to use it as a regular tarot deck, or just using it because you think it looks cool, or, you know, whatever. You can do whatever the hell you want, to be quite honest. It's, you know, free world, but you need the book. If you want to use this deck adequately, the way that Emmian intended it to be, I would highly suggest keeping the book with the deck, and every time you get a card, just look up the little meaning. You guys, it's not going to take too much damn time out of your day to read this little blurb on your card that you just pulled, okay? You're asking for guidance from this deck, so why not, you know, meet the deck halfway and actually read the damn guidance, okay? It's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt you, I promise. But I am so genuinely glad that I got this deck. Not just because I've seen it grow from its inception, not just because I genuinely really want to support the artist in every which way that I can, but I really, really, really love this deck because, like I said, 60-something decks deep here, right? I do not see a lot of variety in tarot decks, and I've told you guys this before, but it becomes more relevant every single deck I get, that it's very hard to find a deck that stands out to me as a reviewer, as somebody who has a lot of tarot decks. Yes, each tarot deck has their own energy, they each have their own intention, they each have their own purpose, what have you. You know, you need to work with each deck to start to learn their energy and in which reading they will work the best, right? That's across the board with any tarot deck, any oracle deck. But this one is a beautiful, wonderful, precious gem because of the fact that it's a tarot deck that reads like an oracle deck, and some of these damn meanings are on the nose. Like, I ask questions to this deck because I'm trying to start to get it to acclimate to my energy, right? So I actually ask questions. For the most part, when I'm reading for myself, I don't ask questions because I feel like I don't have a right to ask questions about myself. Weird, okay, I know, but like I just take whatever the deck gives me. So for this one, I've actually been asking it questions and it actually genuinely answers them. Like point blank period, answers those questions. Little book, okay? That's all I can say. If you want to work with this deck the way that it was intended, you want to get the best possible turnout as far as answers and divination's sake goes, use the book, please. If you guys want to support the artist, of course, I will put all of their information down below. I did ask Emmian recently if they still have some of these decks available because I was going to do this review, and I expect that maybe one or two of you might want to head over there and look at this deck. So Emmian, as of this morning, did also say they still have a couple left in their shop. Couple, okay? I don't know what that means. So, like, don't come to me 2 years from now because you're pissed off because this deck doesn't exist, all right? Just as of today, what is today? February 2nd, 2023, there's a couple left in Emmian's shop, okay? I do not know currently if Emmian plans to take this to a publisher and go mass market with it. I don't know if Emmian's going to change some things and publish it again. I don't know if there's going to be a second edition because Emmian doesn't know, okay? To be frank with you guys. So if you really like this deck, you like the idea of it, go check it out. Go check out Emmian's work. They have their own website so you can get some prints and notebooks and candles and whatnot and all that fun stuff. There should be a couple of these left. I just really, really, really love this this deck, this concept. You guys know me, I am a sucker for indie projects, so I'm so glad that I got to be a part of, you know, seeing this unfold as it did and being able to finally have it here, hold it in my hands and play with it. This is the only deck I have been working with since I got it. I put it in a special little box with a whole lot of crystals. I really want to charge this deck up because the first couple of questions and answers that we did together was amazing. So I want to really charge this deck up. I really want to put special love into this deck and really give it the use that it deserves, especially because I'm probably never going to find another deck like this, and if Emmian never does a second edition or a rerun or anything like that, I'm never going to have it again, right? So I really want to pour all the love that I can into this deck. I just love it so much. It's so super special, and it's so unique. So for those of you guys who are like, I really want to create a tarot deck and I don't know how to get started and I don't know where to go, put 78 images together. All right, that's the hardest part. You got to do the grunt work before you can get to the publishing part. And if you guys are ever, you know, putting together a tarot deck, I think keeping things like this in mind, like, do you want to keep it to the classic original Rider-Waite-Smith? Do you want to keep it to the template of the Marcy or the Toth? Or do you want to go your own way and make this type of Oracle tarot deck thing? Like, I just love, oh my gosh, I cannot express enough how much I love when a tarot deck is just brand new like this. Oh my gosh, like, it's so exciting, and I wish that if you guys ever come across indie decks like this that are super special in some kind of way, please tell me, please, for the love of God and goddesses and all of the deities and all of the spirits and all of everything, please tell me if you find a deck like this, some kind of indie project. I don't care if it's a Kickstarter, I don't care if it's a 6-month pre-order, please tell me. I want to be in on it because this stuff is exciting to me. Doing reviews on all of these mass market tarot decks that have been out for fucking 5-10 years already doesn't really excite me. I do it because I want to get as many tarot deck reviews as I possibly can because there's so many tarot decks. I want to get my eyes on as many as humanly possible. But things like this really deserve a spotlight. They really deserve the time and the energy that any single person is going to take to review them and to get eyes on them. So if you guys like this, please go check out Emmian on TikTok, on their website. I don't know that Emmian has an Instagram, actually, to be honest. I think it's just TikTok that I found them on, at least. And you already know I'm going to put all that information in the description box if you guys want to click on a link. You know, if it behooves you, go check it out yourself. This is cool. That's what I got for you for this one today, my friends. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this so very much because I love it. I just feel so bad it took me so long to get this to you guys because I have had this deck for quite a while. I do apologize, but the winter months just beat my little butt down and down and down and down and down further. So I'm trying to get back up, okay? So we got some reviews on the way. So if you guys, you know, care to look, my link tree is down below. It's got all of my socials, all of my links, all that fun stuff, all my information. Please go follow me on TikTok if you are not already. I do post there daily. I'm more of a person over there. You guys already know my other socials. In order on which I am most active is going to be Instagram, Facebook, and then Twitter. I don't touch Twitter, so just saying. Anyways, I'm so super grateful for all of you guys who are still here with me, who are interacting with my content, who are supporting me across socials, who are shopping in my little shop, who are getting tarot readings and whatnot. I'm so grateful for every single interaction. And if you guys didn't already know, I made a new sticker. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let me show you. Let me show you this little sticker because this is so cute and I was so happy when I made it. So if you guys don't know, I got an iPad for the first time and I got on Procreate and I started learning how to play around with it. And the first thing that I did, my first completed image, was a little sleeping Kirby. I made him the Four of Swords. Look at that. He's so cute. And I had to make it into a sticker because it's the first like tarot card I've ever made, and I made it soft touch matte. And these are from the same sticker company that I have worked with the past 2 stickers, so they hold up fantastically amazing. If you put the sticker on your water bottle completely flat, no bubbles, and you never move it, that thing will never come off. I have a cup that still has all of my old stickers on it from years and years and years ago. Like, this sticker company is amazing with their stickers. They're so good as far as waterproofing, weatherproofing, things like that. So, you know, those couple dollars for that sticker are really going to get you a long way. That sticker is going to last forever. And it helps support me as an artist, makes me feel good, because I'm not doing prints or anything big with my art, but like stickers make me happy. So if you guys want a sticker, go check it out in my shop. You know what it is. You know where to look. So wherever this video, wherever you are when this video reaches you, my friends, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Blessed be.